My colleague is also joining us now with some more details. Siddharth, what can you share with us, even as the blockade is all set to come into effect very, very shortly? What is the situation in the waters there?
Yes, Uday, we are right now at this point, a minute past that deadline that was given by Donald Trump. And this is how the Strait of Hormuz looks right now. We are obviously tracking this live for our viewers. To put things in context, this is where Saudi Arabia is, this is where Oman is, this is where UAE is, and this is where Iran is. Now, I'll just zoom in into the Strait of Hormuz to give you an idea of what's really going on here. As you can see, Uday, this is Hormuz Island, this is Larak Shehri, this is the Keshem Island, and this is the Bandar Abbas port and Somar port of Iran. Now, what Donald Trump has said that he's going to specifically be targeting ships that are going towards Iran and then coming from Iran as well. So what you can see, and a basic idea that you can get from looking at this live tracker, is that a lot of the area around Oman and the Strait of Hormuz, which is covered by controlled by Oman, remains empty. Most of the population of vessels and oil vessels in the Strait of Hormuz is very close to the Iranian ports, and these are mostly Iranian ships, but not just Iranian ships. For example, if you look at this one, this is KSL Xinjiang, which is destined towards Iraq, has a Chinese crew in it. There are other ships as well that I'm going to one by one point out as well. This is Golbon. This is a vessel that is an Iranian vessel. You have which is heading towards Bandar Abbas. This is Bloomingdale, which is heading towards Bandar Abbas as well. So as you can possibly imagine, because of the threat that was given by Donald Trump on the Strait of Hormuz, most of the traffic is still very close to the Iranian ports. Omanese ports and around it remains empty. If I zoom into this image, which is obviously mostly Iranian-controlled Strait of Hormuz, what you can see, and we had this route that was given by Iran previously as well that I'm going to put on the screens of our viewers. This is where Larak Island is, and this is where Larak Island is. So Iran was clearly the two routes that Iran had shared. One passed from the north of Larak Island, and the second passed from the south of the Larak Island. This largely remains empty. And as I said, most of the population is still very close to the Hormuz Island and the Keshem Island. You see most of the ships heading towards these ports, which is Bandar Abbas and the other port as well, with very few vessels heading in the other direction, except this particular one, which is Elpis, which is heading away from the Strait of Hormuz. In this case, you can look at most of the vessels and see that they are either heading to the west of this entire area, or you can see them heading towards the Iranian ports in this case.
Siddharth, thank you for joining us with those details. On that note, we're slipping into a short break. My thanks to our guests who joined us earlier.